Attitude Era podcast. We're here with the legend Mike Chioda. We're here at the best place on earth, the wrestling universe. You guys know. Shout out KH Promotions. And we got a quick interview here. So, right away, right into it. First of all, thank you for doing this because you're the
No
legend.
problem. No
Someone
problem.
every wrestling fan can see and be like, oh my God, I know that guy. We're going to put you on the spot real quick.
Gotcha.
Top 5 matches you've refed.
Shoot, top 5, man. Well, I'd have to say, gotta say Hogan and Hogan. Rock's got to be up there on number 1. Number 2, I would probably have to say Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold. Now let's make Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold number 2. 3 would be Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Rock. Man, top 5 is hard because I've done, done a lot, so have to really think about it. But I'd probably have to say one of the old memories is probably let's see if I can pull out. I got plenty more to pull out, but I'd probably have to say 5 would be Cena, Shawn.
I like that one. And when you said like Rock and Hogan, that crowd reaction must have been.
Yeah,
Was that like? What are some of the most like just deafening crowd reactions you've seen?
It was just some of the most deaf. Recently with The Rock on, when he just showed back up on SmackDown one night.
Right.
But prior to that, man, Rock and Hogan tops. Was one of the top. Stone Cold's entrances were one of the top always. So many different entrances and different, I've experienced and so forth. Even, I didn't do a lot of the match, but I did the first 5-10 minutes of the Rock and Stone Cold at WrestleMania where I took a chair shot. But that crowd, because they haven't seen Rock and Austin touch for almost like a year, man, it was just electrifying too as well.
Speaking of taking chair shots and stuff, do you get trained? Like, how is it getting involved in the matches and stuff? Are they just like, is it like the rules are different now? They wouldn't let you do it now type of stuff?
Yeah, they wouldn't let you do that now with concussion protocols and everything. Taking that very much serious. Before it was just taking a chair shot, man. Just going when you got your bell rung, you got your bell rung. So, there's no practice in those chair shots, man. That's for sure.
And something, we're the Attitude Era podcast that we talk about. You are an icon of the Attitude Era. What is it like to be like a face of like one of those eras and probably the most iconic?
Man, it's phenomenal. I appreciate that. Appreciate your kind words. Like years ago, 20-something years ago, late 90s and early 20s, early 2000s, I would have never knew that, this was going to be the most memorable match or this was going to be the most memorable era in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
So to be a part of that, it's been an honor and a pleasure.
And people are saying it's like an Attitude Era 2.0 kind of coming up with the Rock return. Do you see that? Do you watch and like you kind of follow and see?
Yeah, I still watch. I watch my certain guys. My boys like Mysterio and a couple and The Rock and all that other stuff. So yeah, I still watch and still get it. I think WWE still has a lot more to go. I mean, because to me it's like, bringing The Rock back. They're not creating too much new talent. You know what I'm saying? New talent really has to shine, I mean, they dropped Gunther down a notch, right? They dropped this one down a notch. Rock and everybody, CM Punk comes back over. I was watching the Rumble real quick. I'm seeing, wow, I'm watching Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Andrade comes back to the Rumble. 3 major guys in professional wrestling, right? 3 iconic stars. And they were just working for AEW a year ago prior to that. So, without those guys, without The Rock, I think WWE better start making some new talent. That'd be great.
Yeah. All right, 2 last questions for you before you got to get back to business because, Attitude Era, hustle, loyalty, respect. I know that's ruthless aggression. They always make fun of me for it.
Yeah,
but
John
Ric
Cena.
Flair's last match, you were part of that. He actually recently said in an interview he had a heart attack during that match. What was that match like, just experiencing
I don't know if I
that?
ever said he had a heart attack because I haven't admitted that yet.
So. No, he said that in the interview.
He said that. It wasn't me, but yeah, it was great. I mean, hey, look, let me tell you, man, Rick was phenomenal for going out there and getting through that match and everything. It was phenomenal. That's actually the last match I've done being on TV. So, I mean, it was just phenomenal being a part of that. Ric Flair's last match, and I know Rick, man, and so it was just great to be a part of that match, man. Did a hell of a job.
Awesome. Last question for the legend. Can you break down some of the mechanics of being a referee a little bit? Like, what is your role? How do you like kind of guide the match? Because I think you play such a bigger part than a viewer would even know until you start kind of peeling it back a little.
Right. Well, it's just it comes with experience, man. And unfortunately, I never went to school in 1985 when I started the business. 87 started becoming a referee. In 89 I made my debut on TV. But unfortunately, I was lucky. There was no school, no PC center, no nothing to train in. I just had old school like Greg the Hammer Valentine. Chief Jay Strombo was my agent. Gorilla Monsoon started me up. He gave me a lot of words of wisdom and told me, hey, referee will be longevity in this business. You can have a good 5-10 year run as a wrestler, but the longevity in this wrestling business is referee, and he definitely pinpointed that to me, and I took it and ran with it for 30-something years in the WWE.
Awesome. Big thank you to the legend,
Gotcha,
KH Promotions, Wrestling Universe, Attitude Era Podcast.
All right.